Welcome to the 10th Annual Seth Burton Memorial. This tournament is held at Morris Park in Fairmont, West Virginia. It is comprised of two amazing disc golf courses, Orange Crush and Seth Burton. He's going to give this... Ooh. Oh! Over the years, we have seen big names come to town. Course records shattered. This is for Chris's Eagle. If he makes this, he's broken his previous days and course record. Ooh. Oh. And aces smashed. The Fairmont Flyers host this event and help maintain these awesome courses as the city of Fairmont comes together to host our players. There are some great local businesses that support this tournament, so please remember to support them while you're in town. Now let's toss it over to TD's Josh Smith and Phil Burton for your 2020 Seth Burton Memorial Players Meeting.
Greetings, players, and welcome to the 10th Annual Seth Burton Memorial Disc Golf Tournament. This is your virtual players meeting. My name is Joshua Smith. I'm the Assistant Tournament Director for the event, and we are really excited that you're here. And we can't wait to get you out on the disc golf courses to play some beautiful and some great disc golf. I want to introduce my friend Phil Burton to take over the beginning.
Hey disc golfers, I'm Phil Burton. I'm the Tournament Director for the 10th Annual Seth Burton Memorial Disc Golf Tournament. I too want to welcome you to our community on behalf of the Fairmont Flyers, our host Fairmont Flyers, and the Lady Flyers Disc Golf Club. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of people, a lot of money to pull this event off, and I want to thank some of our primary sponsors, and we certainly thank everyone that's been involved. I want to give a big shout out to the Flyers. They've really stepped up, groomed the courses, cleaned the tee pads, and done so much to make this event a success. So a big shout out to the Fairmont Flyers Disc Golf Club. Also our additional sponsors who we so much appreciate: the City of Pleasant Valley, Summit Financial Services, Discmania, very generous with it. See Discmania? This year, reinvent your game with Discmania, and the Fairmont Flyers. Also sponsoring us is the Marion County Convention and Visitors Bureau, who welcome you to our community, and the City of Fairmont. We have numerous disc sponsors and tee sign sponsors, and they're still coming in, so please look for their signs on the tee pads and around tournament headquarters and support them if you can. Now I want to talk about this unusual year that we're having due to COVID. As a result of it, we have to do things differently this year to those that have been here before. Please adhere to the following. Face masks are recommended at all times. Face masks are required at tournament headquarters and any other large group gathering. Hand sanitizer is readily available in several areas. Hand washing is in the restrooms and at tournament headquarters. Doing drive-through check-in. Please follow the arrow signs when you drive up into the park. It'll take you right to the drive-in check-in. We were unable to have our players party this year, which was always a great time. The amateur awards, if you place into winning, your awards have been pre-selected by our staff. And finally, we're canceling the ACE Fund this year. We kindly ask for your cooperation in these matters. Safety is our highest priority. Now I'll turn it over to Josh.
All right, thank you very much, Phil. I'd like to go over the format really quick. This weekend we are splitting the courses as typical. So on the Pro and Advanced side, the courses you will start on is the Orange Crush in the morning, Seth Burton Memorial in the afternoon, and then on Sunday, the Pro and the Advanced will play Orange Crush one more time in the morning, and then there will be a final 9 in the afternoon for the FPO and MPO divisions only. Now, if you're playing intermediate, rec, and novice, you're going to be playing a different layout. You're going to start on the Seth Burton Memorial course in the morning. You're going to play Orange Crush in the afternoon, and then finally you will play your final round on Sunday morning. Now, most of your layouts and information is going to be available on the caddy pages that we have printed out, and you're going to all get one in your player pack. This information is also going to be available online, and new for this year is the PDGA digital scorecard. The digital scorecard will not only have everybody's course and layout, it'll also have your hole assignment. So look on Friday night before the event starts and on pdga.com for the tournament, and you're going to be able to see everybody where they're going to start and what hole you're going to start at. So to access the digital scorecard, you go to pdga.com/score on any web browser, and the access code is all capital letters SBM 2020. SBM just like Seth Burton Memorial. So once again, that access code is SBM 2020, all in caps. So one person from each group is responsible for logging in, and we're also going to give you a paper scorecard. Don't be wrong about that. You're going to have a paper scorecard. But we want to use the digital scorecard because that's going to give a hole-by-hole scoring and real-time position and standings for everybody in the event. So one person from each group, please use the digital scorecard. If you want to pass the digital scorecard, you can by logging out and having somebody else in your group log in. It'll pick up right where you left off, and the turn will go right on as planned. There is an hour break for lunch from when the last card on each course is turned in. And then again, the PDGA digital scorecard will have everybody's start time for the second round and what holes you're on. So be sure to get used to the digital scorecard. There is a tutorial and introductory links on Disc Golf Scene. For Sunday, after the AMs are finished, we plan to have the payouts available as soon as possible. So be ready for that. And then the pros will not have their payouts until after the final 9. We're trying to do as much digital as we can this weekend, so the payouts are going to be done via PayPal. If you're a pro and you don't have a PayPal account and you get paid out, contact us and let us know. We also have check and cash options as well. So that's it for the format. If you guys have questions, you can email us ahead of time before the tournament starts. You can post on Disc Golf Scene, and you can reach out to us at info@wvdiscgolf.org. Here to talk about an amazing raffle and other opportunities. I want to give it back to our tournament director, Phil Burton.
All right, thank you, Josh. We were not able to do our normal fundraising cycle this year due to COVID. So we put together this amazing raffle. It's over $1,000 worth of disc golf merchandise. Includes a practice basket, a nice Innova bag, and over 50 discs, several of which are collector discs, some are signed. A really special package here, and all this available for only $2 a ticket. Now you will receive one ticket in your player's pack, so watch for the little red ticket there. That's very important. The drawing will be held Sunday after lunch before the pros go out for their final 9. So I know you'll want to increase your chance of winning by picking up some extra tickets at tournament headquarters. Also, our store will be open Saturday and Sunday until the first and last round, until the round goes out, and then the store will be closed. So should you need an extra disc or some tickets, will be available at tournament headquarters, and of course masks are required at tournament headquarters. Also, phone charging will be available there for those of you that need that. Also, we will have ice waters available for you both days. They'll be available at tournament headquarters, and they'll be available at hole 9, both courses. Also, the water is on at the park, in the restrooms, and various other places. Check with the local if you can't go more than 9 holes without fresh water. All right, I'll turn it back over to Josh.
All right. Thanks again, all of our players. We're really excited that you guys are here for the weekend. We can't wait to let you get out there on the course and see all the great work we've done, and hopefully you guys have a really enjoyable and responsible weekend of disc golf. So as always is tradition with the Seth Burton Memorial, we have Rebecca Burton to say a few words about Seth, and she's created a great video. We're going to turn it over to Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you, disc golfers.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Burton, and I've been asked to say a few words again this year about our son, Seth Aaron Burton. Seth is Phil's and my inspiration every day to reach a little deeper. to be our best. So many of you have heard the story, but for those of you who haven't, it'll be 22 years this October 14th when two vehicles carrying members of Fairmont Senior's cross-country team collided head-on in nearby Apple Valley at a regional cross-country meet. Our 17-year-old, almost 18-year-old son, Seth Burton, passed on. 3 others were seriously injured, but most gratefully recovered. In the 1998 Sports Illustrated magazine, there's a story about the accident and Seth. Another tragedy boiled down to a dateline in a few grim sentences. But there's always more to the story, the author Phil Taylor writes. So 5 years ago, when coming to grips with the fact that Seth had been gone from this earth longer than he had been here, it came to me that the best way to share something new would be to reach out to his friends and his family. This is the 6th year that I have done so. I started with a childhood friend and then moved on to the guys that were directly involved in the accident. This year, I reached out to his first cousin, Sean Devaney. Sean and his 2 younger brothers were born in New York City, but they grew up outside the city in Westfield, New Jersey. Seth vacationed with his younger cousins for extended visits every summer. They were very close. Sean is now an Emmy-nominated filmmaker who lives in Brooklyn, New York.
Hi, I'm Sean, one of Seth's first cousins. Aunt Becky, or Rebecca, as most of you probably know her as, asked me to say a few words about Seth ahead of this year's tournament. I was 13 when Seth died. He was 5 years older than I, and the eldest of his generation, as my grandfather liked to say. I was the oldest of 3 boys and the second eldest of my generation, so he was pretty much the older brother that I never had, but the cooler older brother who treats you like an equal, despite the fact he was cooler than cool and could charm absolutely anyone, and I was an awkward, fairly unathletic middle schooler. Summers, he would come visit my family in New Jersey, and we would pack in months worth of activities into a few weeks. Everything from Yankee games to trips to New York City, to the beach, to the pool. But it's not the memory of a trip or activity that really sticks with me. It's the hours that we spent talking after everyone else had gone to sleep. Seth in his makeshift bed on the floor next to mine. It was the one time that I had him to myself. And so I just wanted to soak up all of the knowledge about life and high school and relationships, and I would just ask him a million questions and he answered them all. His self-confidence was inspiring. He seemed undefined by anyone else's expectations. His constantly changing, often bleach blonde hair, a clear indication of that. 21 years later, the moment that I found out Seth died still sticks vividly in my memory. The Romeo and Juliet homework in front of me, the shriek that my mom gave, the KFC that a neighbor brought over for dinner. I remember we left for West Virginia the next day. I think with his varied interests and his zeal for all of them, from sports to theater to church and music, I had a sense that Seth had a good number of friends. But I remember when we got to the church and the line for his memorial wrapped around the block, and that line continued for days. And it was at that point that I think I really realized how many friends he truly had, how many people's lives he had touched in a meaningful way in such a short amount of time. And I feel so incredibly lucky to have been one of those people. And Becky and Uncle Phil, congratulations on 10 years of this tournament. I know that it has been a labor of love, but a backbreaking one and an unyielding one for all those 10 years. But I also want to say congratulations on raising a truly amazing son. A son who lives on in people's hearts and minds, so many people's hearts and minds, forever. And to all the players, good luck, stay safe, and most importantly, have fun. Take care.
So Seth is Phil's inspiration to year after year work with so many of you to develop this complex in his honor. Shortly before Seth's passing, he wrote these words: "Dear Dad upstairs, please hear our prayers. If you want it to be, you can count on me. I'll do it right. I won't get in a fight or be mean to others, my sisters and brothers. I'll try to do everything you want me to do. Thanks, Seth." The construction and maintenance of this complex has been blessed, starting with Jason Stallmacher's encouragement to use Seth's memorial money to fund the first course, to Tony Mahalski's encouragement to go ahead with the project, then as assistant director of the park and now as director of the park, to Johnny Sias's help with design, to our friendship, Phil's special friendship with Joshua Smith. Josh has been a constant in the growth of this complex and committed to his vision of helping to build disc golf in this community and beyond. This year has blown us away as more and more of you have stepped to the plate to help. Phil and I are constantly in awe at how this project continues to grow and evolve in ways we could not even have dreamed. Thank you.